since the civil war ended in 2009, taking an estimated 40,000 civilian lives during the final stages of the conflict, Sri Lanka has turned around dramatically. Under former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, economic growth picked up pace, and tourists began pouring into the country on the back of the newfound peace and stability. Though large parts of the north and east remain in a state of ruin, Sri Lanka's southern coast is drawing foreign investors and driving a property boom.
There were some early movers who were coming in over the last several years before the conflict was over, but obviously taking higher risks. But subsequent to that, there has been a significant uptick in terms of foreign investment on coastal properties, and it has moved away. It's moved from simply the west coast. It's gone all the way right into the south and southeastern coast as well. There was so much underinvestment for so many years. The early movers have certainly seen a significant uptick because the base was very, very low. And I think virtually most of them would see a pretty decent return at this point in time.
As well as rapid economic growth, the Rajapaksa government was credited with completing several very impressive infrastructure projects, some of which were funded with controversial Chinese investments. The highway here connects Colombo with Galle. The journey time between the two cities is now down to less than 2 hours, and that has encouraged foreign and local investors to buy properties on the picturesque south coast. Centred around a Dutch fort built in the 17th and 18th centuries, Galle is a historic seaside town where foreign investors like Ivan Robinson have been buying up colonial-style properties as holiday homes. Mr. Robinson came to Sri Lanka before the civil war ended and has seen foreign investors flock to the seaside town since.
I think the main attraction is the historical attraction. Firstly. Secondly, the climate. Thirdly, Sri Lanka itself, the people of the country, are very welcoming, very nice people. And the level of investment is affordable, far more affordable than places like Bali or Phuket in Thailand.
However, agencies such as Bespoke Property warn that buying in Sri Lanka requires a lot of paperwork, with added complications for foreign investors. New rules published late last year stop outsiders from buying independent houses outright and force them to take these properties on a 99-year lease with a hefty tax.
During the war, a renovated house would sell for about $350,000. So that is prior to 2009. 2009 itself as well, they weren't going around that price. Since then, houses of the same type of house sells for about $800,000 to $900,000. So that's 5-6 years later.
Local agents have found ways for foreign investors to circumvent the new property laws, using complex structures involving local companies. And Mr. Robinson believes there are still hefty returns to be made in Galle.
I would still say that today is probably still a good time to buy property in the fort, because even the most beautiful house will only sell for about $2.5 million, and that's a house like this which has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, living room, dining room, garden, swimming pool, roof terrace, so you're getting a lot for your money. So I think that there is further scope for increasing the prices in the future.
Those who invested immediately after the Civil War really made the best returns. But even now, compared with other holiday destinations, from Bali to Spain, Sri Lanka really is a convenient, affordable, and above all, very beautiful place to buy real estate. Avantika Chilkoti, Financial Times, in Galle.